be back.
Oh my gosh. Is it that time again?
It's that time.
Is it Nugget season?
Step up time, baby.
It's step up time. Step up time, baby. I like it, Eric. Step up time, the theme for the year.
It's time to step up.
Makes me think of my favorite movie of all time, Step Up.
Oh, I thought it was going to be the Entourage movie.
No, that's Entourage movie sucked. Everybody knows
Hey,
that.
look, we don't skip steps. Now it's time to step up. It's step up time, baby.
Step up to the final step.
Welcome into the DNVR Nuggets Season Preview, player preview series. I think
Let's go.
Is this our third or fourth annual? I think it's our fourth annual one.
Time flies.
And this time, we're not going to spend all that time on each individual rookie as we have in years past. Shouts to Marcus Howard's 15-minute breakdown.
Shouts to Peter Cornelius, also not a rookie, but all the same.
Yeah, all the same. Instead, we're going to just talk about all the rookies together because, Eric, this is the year, the first time, where the rookies not as important as years past.
It's so true. This is the great. We said this before. This is the greatest fact about the seasons that we don't. At least me. I don't care about the rookies at all. I mean, I like them as people. They seem like nice guys. Like if they play an integral role in the Nuggets season, things have gone terribly wrong.
I disagree, but we'll debate that here going on. Let's take a look at last year's stats. What do we start? What do we got here first, KO? Who's the first on the agenda? Yeah, way to have those queued up. Oh, there it is. He got it. Vogt, what stands out to you about Christian Braun's stat line from his championship-winning season at Kansas?
Well, a couple. First, 38.6% from three, just to let you guys know, if for those of you who didn't get to watch him in Kansas, he can hit a three-point shot. So just get that out of the way. But 6.5 rebounds is actually what I want to focus on. That's a pretty high number for a guard at the college level. It just shows you not only is he athletic, but that's the kind of player he is. He gets in there, hard-nosed player. Bring your work hat to hard hat to work. Shout out, Malone.
Your work hat to
your
hard.
hard hat to construction work. Yeah.
Safety first.
What do you make of that 38.5% three-point shooter? We have never seen him make a three as a Nugget.
I think he's a better shooter than we saw at Summer League, obviously.
Hope so.
I don't know if he's quite a 40% three-point shooter yet, but I think in due time he's going to be a good shooter. I think he's got a fine-looking shot. I think he's comfortable letting fire from three. So I think in due time he's going to be a quality three-point shooter.
Yeah, it's you would never guess that he had been hitting threes at that clip in college based on what we've seen so far. Like Christian Braun, like we've said, is just like the ultimate expression of somebody who needs confidence like infused into their game. But he obviously has the raw talent. He has the skill. He has the ability to just put the ball in the basket. We just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. The only other guy I want us to kind of, you got Peyton Watson as well. You got Colin Gillespie. But let's go to Jack White because Jack White's the other guy here who I think has a chance to play some minutes here. Is there anything that stands out with him, Wind?
Well, he only shot 24% from three last year in Australia, but
he's the Nuggets' best.
The word on the street is he currently holds the record in this Nuggets shooting drill on their practice gym.
Are we positive we didn't mix up the last two?
No, but Jack White seems like he's really improved as a shooter since he's gotten to Denver. He's improved as an athlete too, everybody says, and he's a guy who, if his shot develops and if he is a real shooter in the NBA, he has the skill set to be an NBA caliber guy, I think.
Yeah. All right, let's get right into the big question here. All these guys, we kind of hinted at it. Lower usage, lower importance than most years with the Nuggets over the last several years, but will any of these rookies contribute this season? This is the question. Vogt, I'm going to start with you.
Yeah, I think Christian Braun's the obvious place people look here.
Man, you already did it.
Brown, I know. Braun, it's spelled Braun. You say Brown.
Yeah, that's right. It's tough.
What goes up must come down. That rhymes. Christian Braun might play for the Denver Nuggets. He could crack that rotation, and he could fill a useful role. I want to stop there and say I don't necessarily anticipate it, but he's on the edge, and the upside of his rookie season, the best case scenario, is that he does crack that rotation and is doing some of what maybe Davon Reed or really, hopefully, like a KCP kind of guy can do.
Yeah. Wind, if we look at this, okay, Christian Braun, he would be the guy. Of the other three, is there any chance any of those guys play real minutes this year? Not garbage time minutes, but real minutes.
I think you could see Jack White sneak onto the floor a little bit here and there. Christian Braun's the one, though, because Christian Braun can defend.
Yeah.
He's like an in-your-face, aggressive defensive weapon. At least that's what he was in college. The Nuggets want to be a really good defensive team. Do they have the perimeter defenders to do that? Maybe Christian Braun, just because of his defense, can get on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, ironically, what we've seen so far is that Peyton Watson has been the far more impactful defender. I mean, we've only seen 2 preseason
I don't think.
games.
You're saying in just the preseason.
Just preseason. I mean, he has looked really long. He's looked like very athletic. He's looked like a lot more comfortable, frankly, on the floor to this point. Two preseason games in. I mean, what are we talking about? But I mean, I frankly, I would have a hard time imagining any of them cracking it in a real way. Just because you talk about a guy like Davon Reed that would have to be jumped over. You talk about a lot of guys, Vlatko.
I mean, Davon Reed being jumped over. That's not like
it's not
the biggest fence to.
He is 6'5". That's pretty tall.
I mean, it's crazy, but it's also not crazy. Just the idea. Michael Malone likes to reward guys that have sort of been around, that have sort of done, eating their beans for a long time. He's been eating a lot of beans.
He's had so much beans, man.
And he also, remember Davon Reed when he locked up LeBron James? It was like the most exciting thing that happened.
God.
Sometimes one play can
That's
really
it.
carry you the whole.
Jared Vanderbilt. It lives in my mind off one bounce pass.
Are you talking about the next Ben
It's like that
Simmons?
Jerry Judy highlight tape of him
Working
running
out.
routes.
Running routes. Is this guy the best receiver
Yeah.
ever? All right, let's get right into our bold predictions here, guys. Bold. Let's get really bold. Vote. Let's get. Oh man, Vogt has a bold one over here.
It's bold. It's boldly specific.
Yeah.
He's going to shoot 37%.
Oh, man,
from
if he
three,
shoots
guys.
36%, I'm
and not 36, not 38, but 37%. Don't think he's going to come in and light the world on fire from 3. I do think he's going to get this monkey off his back with that 3 ball at some point. Is he the kind of guy who, once he just sees a couple go down, gets rolling from there? Again, don't think he's going to be the best shooter on the team or anything like that. But this guy can hit these shots. He has hit these shots, and even in high leverage moments. So he's a better shooter than we've seen so far.
I'm trying to do some quick back of the envelope math here. I think what's the fewest number a player could shoot to get 37%? I'm guessing it's somewhere around 8 for 23. I think that might get you there. So
He'll take more than 23 threes.
okay.
Yeah.
Wind, what's your bold take here?
My bold take, we were kind of just talking about this. I think Jack White at some point this season
This is so bold.
will enter the rotation.
Wow.
When you say enter the rotation, he's just in the game?
No. He will enter the rotation in a way that Vlatko Čančar, a player I actually think Jack White's very similar to, entered it last year, where he was in the rotation for a week or 2. There will be injuries. There will be guys resting
For sure.
for injury concerns. I just think Jack White, in the same way that Vlatko Čančar can impact a game, kind of that all-around style, do a little bit of everything. He's a smart player. I think he could play a role if you insert him for a week or 2, and Denver's bench could be okay.
Sounds like a hot take. Eric, you certainly agree.
That's what we're here for.
What's your bold prediction?
Well, reading here off the sheet that I filled out moments ago, no one cracks the rotation in a meaningful way.
That's actually not that bold.
Yeah, that's the safest take.
That's actually pretty safe. Good
What
job,
the-
man.
I'm trying to get it right, not just.
Oh, okay.
We don't check the receipts on this show.
I just checked the receipts from last year. We could all do a little bit better. Try to
we
get it right.
could. Yeah.
So is it because you're low on all these guys or because you're so high on the Nuggets' depth?
I am so high on where the Nuggets are in their in the steps that they have taken. That we are now
Step
in
up
the
time.
championship window. We are in a place where you can't start. I mean, if you are looking at your rookies to be your savior at this point, it's bad. This is where we've been every year. We're like, oh man, this
Bones
new rookie-
Highland,
Yes,
save us.
We need Bones Highland. And now I'm like, we've got Bones Highland. There's only 5 players on the court at
Yeah.
any given time. Like, we've got guys that have been working together, that have been matriculating and are now ready to be the Nuggets that we have all envisioned for years. So I, in my heart, hope that we do not see any of these players play.
I have my bold prediction is for Eric specifically.
Okay.
Because I can hear in his voice. I can hear the tone.
Sure.
He doesn't have a lot of love in his heart at this very moment for Christian Braun.
Well, that's not fair. It's probably right.
You almost countered. You're like, you know what, I don't. But here's my bold take. I think fans love Christian Braun by the end of the year.
Whoa,
I
me
think,
specifically?
Well, you specifically, but I think fans in general are going to like this guy. I mean, here's the thing. You got to make shots to be loved. Like, the fans will turn on you.
Yeah.
They'll, especially young players, they'll find one thing and be like, he never does. And if it's make shots, that's the easy one to latch
We've also
onto.
got to be really unselfish to be loved in Denver.
It's true.
But I mean, Christian Braun's not going to do things that annoy you other than miss shots. And so,
That annoys me,
and I
yeah.
think at some point he makes some shots, and I think fans are like, hey, there's that guy getting a steal again.
Right.
There's that guy that just
Right.
grabbed that rebound he wasn't supposed to.
did.
And again, as long as you make a few shots, people will notice those things.
It's true. I am ready to launch my campaign to be the mayor of Browntown. I'm not, right now, I'm recusing
You're
myself.
the only one running for that title
Yeah.
currently.
I'm not
so
running.
I like
I'm
your
not running. I'm
chances.
preparing.
He's preparing. Okay.
Like I have it
Market
in my
research.
exact. I'm
Yeah.
like Kanye West. I just put out one tweet
Yeah,
saying
testing the
that
temperature.
All right, you heard it here first. Christian Braun, fan favorite. You guys want to be shocked? I got a shocking
Shock me,
stat.
baby.
Oh my God, this is so shocking. You're never going to believe this. Peyton Watson's 5.5 block percentage.
P-Watt.
P-Watt at UCLA,
Swatson.
ranked in the 99th percentile for his position. P-Watt did not play a ton of minutes, did not get a huge sample size, but when he was out there, he was blocking shots. What have we seen in the preseason?
Yep.
Blocking shots. Wind, the shot blocker, Peyton Watson.
He's got really long arms.
Watson.
What we saw in Summer League was Peyton Watson lets guys go by him, but then we'll just block their shot at the rim. I mean, he's got a ridiculous wingspan. The Nuggets said from day one that they think he can be an all-NBA defender one day. And like his wingspan, just his frame, that gives him a leg up on a lot of guys defensively. Like that gets him in position where he can, go out and become a great defender.
Vogt, how closely are you going to be watching P-Watt in the G League? I mean, he's going to be at the Gold for the most part this year. Are you going to be tracking block percentage, steal percentage, those things?
Well, I don't know if I'm going to track them manually. I might
Okay.
look into it from time to time. No, I am going to be watching Peyton Watson. And I think, look, this is where his career is going to start. If you're going to see improvement, if you're going to see him grasping these things, trending in the right direction, it'll be at that level. How coachable does he look? What does the work ethic look like? The work rate on the floor? But more importantly, is he focused on improving in the ways the Nuggets hope he will, in the ways the Nuggets are asking him to? Known for those miraculous chase down blocks or recovery blocks in UCLA, I think maybe the next step for him as a defender is not needing to do that, staying in front of guys in the first place. But I am going to keep an eye on him. I look, he's an intriguing prospect at the very least.
Yeah.
We've heard from you guys now on all these topics, but it's time to go to someone new.
Oh,
The Honorable Judge D-Line.
oh God.
I always forget how ridiculous he looks.
Yeah, you got to put the hair over the
All right.
headphone.
All remain seated for your honor. D-Line.
Go.
Yeah, go.
Thanks, bailiff. I appreciate it. Welcome to the court of Nuggets general thoughts and ideas.
You have that.
Presided over by Judge D-Line.
Judge D-Line, did you put your robe on inside out this morning?
It was
I
a late
fear-
night, late Sunday night.
Yeah, Judge D-Line has been, things aren't going well. I'll just say that.
It's a rough one here. We are here to present the case for will a Christian Braun be a rotation player this season versus Christian Braun will not be a rotation player this year. Vogt, you have been assigned to defend. Yes, he will be a player.
Okay.
Wind. No, he will not.
Okay.
First, Vogt, you may present your case.
Please.
Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, D-lines of the court, I present to you humbly my case for Christian Braun entering that rotation. As we just talked about, a big part of it's going to be shot making. But as we just looked at last year's stats, he can make those shots. He's done it in the past. Summer League doesn't matter. If you need help in that regard, just ask your teammate Zeke Naji. You move on to the regular season where you can make an impact.
Wow.
And you can impress not just the fan base, as Mars mentioned before, but also head coach Malone in the same way. Just play hard. They just want to see you out there grinding. They want to see you fighting for loose balls, something the Nuggets almost never win in these previous iterations. So if he's playing defense, he's getting loose balls, he's getting rebounds, and these threes are falling, doesn't he have a strong case to enter the rotation over someone like Davon Reed? I think it's possible. And I think not only is it possible, it might be beneficial to the Nuggets in the long run.
Interesting. I do love the dynamic of the bailiff also being a hype man for
That's right.
the barristers.
No judge has ever loved his bailiff more than Judge D-Line. Judge D-Line,
Yes.
who is the coach of the Denver Nuggets? That is Michael Malone. I'll answer that for you. I don't think judges are supposed to.
Absolutely.
You're not a witness. I know.
No. I'm
I
not
know.
the bailiff. I have no.
The coach of the Denver Nuggets is Michael Malone. Do we really think that Michael Malone, on his way to trying to coach the Nuggets to a championship with a veteran team, with all this star power and depth, is going to turn to a rookie to play important minutes for a team, like I said, that's trying to win a championship this season? Michael Malone doesn't like to play rookies.
No.
He only played Bones Highland last year because Jamal Murray was out and he had to. This is a coach that loves his veterans, that trusts his veterans, trying to win a championship. You don't do that with rookies. You don't do that with Christian Braun. His time will come, but his time isn't coming this year.
Wow. Very compelling. Both of you, great arguments, with the one exception of Brendan Vogt.
Thanks, yeah.
I will award the winner. Harrison Witt. Of course he's not going to play unless he absolutely has to. It's only going to come through injury, and what are we rooting for that? This is a season preview series. We're not going to talk about those real-life pitfalls. Harrison, what a great argument.
Thank you.
Brendan, please go back to barristers.
This whole thing feels rigged.
It was rigged by Eric's own bias. He's going to play this year. I can't wait for Judge D-Line to be disbarred.
Unbelievable. You know what? It's a long time coming.
It was a long time. Guys, that does it for the rookies. Interesting, but maybe less so than most years in good ways.
That's a good thing.
Maybe we'll be proven wrong, but we'll see you guys at the next preview.
Man, I look